Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another Crockpot cookie and craft video. I am just making a super simple Crockpot meal. It's cheese ravioli and I have some ground beef, so I am making it a meat sauce. This is honestly so simple that I almost feel stupid showing it, but I just feel like it's something super easy and quick to make. You could obviously make this without using a crock pot, but it is so easy because you could just put the frozen ravioli straight in the crock pot. You could also use the pre-cooked kind. It wouldn't have to be frozen, completely up to you or whatever you might have. But I just used the frozen from Walmart, and then I am using the meat flavored ragu, and I am just layering my ravioli sauce and ground beef. I wish I would put cheese in there. I didn't really think about it. You could totally put cheese, but I did put it on when I served it, just a little bit of mozzarella on top, and it was so good. So, like I said, super simple, layer it however much you want. I did not use that entire bag of cheese ravioli by any means, but I did use the whole jar of sauce, and I used about, I think, like a pound of ground beef. So, this is what it ended up looking like. It was so good, so easy, just one of those easy, quick meals, and it was really good. Cashton loved it, and so did Kopi. Next, we are making some hot cocoa cookies. All you need for this is a devil's food cake or a chocolate cake mix. You need a half a cup of oil and 2 eggs. And then I have these dehydrated marshmallows. It's basically the marshmallows that come in the Swiss Miss hot chocolate when you get the ones that have the marshmallows in them. I got them in an Amish store, sorry, in Pennsylvania where I grew up, and I've had them forever, but they're still good, and I love them so much. I add so many to my hot chocolate, and I thought it'd be so cool to like put these in cookies. So I think I saw these on Pinterest. I will leave the recipe down below if I remember. I feel like I always forget that. Please call me out in the comments if you ever do want a recipe and I forgot to put it in my description box. But anyways, just mixing up this dough. Now, I do want to say I didn't have any more chocolate chips because we had made another batch of cookies and I used all my chocolate chips, but please put chocolate chips in these cookies. I would do milk chocolate. You could definitely do semi-sweet, but for preference, I think milk chocolate would have went so good in it, and they were still really, really good. They just were not super sweet. So if you don't like super sweet cookies, I would make it exactly like I did without any chocolate chips because it was good. It just wasn't overly sweet by any means. So this dough is a lot thicker. I'm just adding some of those marshmallows. I did add some on top after we rolled them out into little balls and put them on the baking sheet just to make sure you could really see the marshmallows, like make them nice and bright and white and stand out because they obviously get kind of lost in the dough. So here's Cashton and I rolling the dough. He's like basically spooning pizzas off for me, as you could see. He loved doing this part, and I really didn't want to rain on his parade. So I just went with it and started rolling the dough out as best as I could. These cookies, honestly, the texture is so good because of the cake mix. They come out like so fluffy, and it honestly, when it seems like you spent a ton of time on them when you really didn't, it makes people think that you like had this amazing recipe that made your cookies so soft and so thick and just like moist. So I highly recommend that trick. You can do it with literally any cake mix. I have a bunch of cookie recipes coming up. Obviously, this is a part of a 12-day series, but yeah, I did a couple more with the cake mix and I really enjoyed it and I will definitely be doing that again. So here they are. I did put, like I said, the marshmallows on top so you can really tell that they're hot cocoa cookies. Don't forget the chocolate chips when you make yours. And if you guys decide to make these, please tag me. I would love to see it. I seriously love these so much. This is such a good thing to make with the kids because it's super easy and they're delicious and it would just be a really cute Christmassy cookie. Next up, we are making a cute little craft. Now, this is a DIY Christmas craft, like a little frame craft. I have a picture of Cashton and I have some little Scrabble tiles. I have this little wooden palette looking thing that I got from Dollar Tree for $1. And I'm showing you guys my Chocola markers that I'm going to be using to write on my little chalk board heart. These are so nice, guys. I've talked about Chocola on my channel in the past. I'll talk about them a little bit more in the rest of the video, but here I am just putting a little bit of brown paint and a little bit of water. That's like a little trick to thin out your paint when you're trying to paint something and make it look more like a stain. I actually didn't add enough water to do that. I should have added more, but it's no big deal. If you do want it to look more like a stain, then definitely add more water and also use a foam brush. I could not find my foam brushes, so I had this tiny little brush, but it worked. We make it work. I literally cannot make a craft without something going either wrong or just not turning out the way I wanted. That's just story of my life. So next I am going to be writing on my little chalkboard. I use these metallic Chalkola markers. I love these metallic. They're so nice and pigmented. And I also got the super skinny ones, the vintage markers. I really enjoy them. I love Chalkola if you guys have not tried them. Please do. They have the cutest, like big boards and a ton of different markers that you can make really awesome boards with. Cash and I have such a fun time doing them around the holidays. I'm definitely going to be doing a really cute Christmas one. I want to get like super creative and fancy with it. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely film it in like a Vlogmas vlog or something like that. But I am just wood gluing this I Love Santa chalkboard on there. You could write anything. If this was a picture of your child and like their grandma, and maybe they call her Nana or grandma or whatever, or their grandpa, whoever, you could put their name on there. Like my son calls his grandma, one grandma Kiki, and then he calls my mom grandma. So I could put that on there or Kiki, anything you want. Same with these Scrabble tiles. If you wanted to put a name on there, if you wanted to put a different saying like Mary or Joy or whatever you would want. I actually bought these on Mercari. That's another thing. If you never heard of Mercari, it is a site where people sell things. You can buy things, and I love it so much. I bought a huge bag of these Scrabble tiles. So a bunch of crafts will be coming with those, but I just put ho 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 since it is Santa and Cashton. Um, and yeah, I really liked how this turned out. I did accidentally smear my marker, but later I got a Q-tip and fixed it, which that's what I love about Chocolate markers. It's so easy to fix if you make a mistake. But yeah, I do love how it turned out, but I would definitely use a bigger picture. I just didn't have one. But if you guys do any of these crafts or these recipes, please tag me in them. I'd love to see them. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking and commenting. All of that. It means seriously so much to me. I have been just so happy with how my channel's been doing recently, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great holiday season, and I'll see you next time. Bye.